Okay, so let's get into this trade. I will show you guys and explain to you guys how I saw this trade, how I spotted it, how I analyzed before I could even take the trade. So what I do is that I use a daily time frame. On my daily time frame, that is where I mark my levels, I mark my key levels. So, and I check my overall market direction, the overall direction of the market. So if you can look at this right now, the market is going up. This is an uptrend, so it's giving us higher highs and higher lows, higher highs and higher lows, as you guys can see, higher highs and higher lows. So it's giving us higher highs, higher lows. So we're anticipating for the market to continue going in that pattern, because it hasn't broken the structure. So one thing that I like is that in the way I trade, I follow the direction of the market, and I also trade market structure. So structure, behavior, and direction, those are the three things that you need to understand pure price action. So let me just delete that. So one daily time frame, I've marked all my levels and overall direction. So I come onto my 4 hours. I check the current market behavior. So I check the structure, current market structure, mainly on my 4 hour time frame. So as you guys can see on a 4 hour time frame, so the area of interest is this one. So the market has been moving, creating higher highs and higher lows, and yeah, creating higher highs and higher lows. So once the market came to this point right there at the top, so once the market hit this top, it then went down, and then we sort of like created this level right here where the market has failed multiple times to break above, and we sort of had this little consolidation. So if you can just check, this whole thing is a consolidation. So let me just delete all this. Let me just delete everything. Consolidation, so that you can see what I'm talking about. So this is the consolidation that I'm talking about. This is a consolidation between these two levels right here. So once we got here, we rejected for the first time, rejected for the third time. That's yes, second time, third time, and then fourth time. As you can see, this is actually multiple times if you go all the way to your left hand side. So once the market came here, it rejected again, gave us this movement, a bullish movement. So to show that the buyers are still in control of this movement, and also we broke structure. Once we break structure, just know that the market is going to move in a different direction. The market is going to change direction. So as you guys can see, let me just delete that. We broke structure. So look at this level right here. After breaking this level, which is a structural level, so after breaking this level, we came to this level, which we then rejected, and then we went up, we broke this level, came back to retest this level, which we retested and then rejected. Also at a confluence area, I call this an area of confluence. As you can see, we have two supports supporting at the same point, at the same price area, not point, at the same price area. If you check here, we have this, it was a resistance turned into support. This, it is a support. So we're gonna look at the movement inside this channel. As you can see, inside this channel, we've been having this movement. We've been having this movement. So this is the movements we've been having. Those are the movements that we've been having. So we're gonna look at inside this chart. So this is where we're gonna get our entry, and this is where we're gonna look for our opportunities. So we know that we're gonna sell the highs and then buy the lows. So what happened is that the market came back, rejected this area. So I wasn't monitoring the market at the time. It was rejecting, it was trading, still trading around, right about here, around this area. rather, yeah, around this area. I only caught it when it was at this level area. So what I then did is that I could see the market pushed up. So also we previously had this minor key level. It's a minor key level. So once we broke it, we could tell that there's too much buying momentum, buying pressure. So the sellers tried to push the price low, but then it rejected at a certain price point multiple times. If you can see, this was a level of support, which is a minor support area. So once we broke there, that is when I could see that, okay, now the market is not going to come back to this area. We're creating a new low for us to continue moving to the upside. So I then scaled down to my 50, was it 15 minutes or 30 minutes? Oh yeah, it was 30 minutes. So right here, once I saw this happening, that was when I confirmed my entry. As you guys can see, that is when I confirmed my entry. So my entry confirmation was that the market has rejected this level right here, and we're still in an uptrending channel. So the market came, rejected, rejected, went up, and then this is just a drawdown. This is just a drawdown. The market has to move impulsively and then consolidate. So this was just the consolidation. We were creating a low as the market has to move in a sort of like creating higher highs and higher lows. So this is a high, this is a low. So now we're anticipating that the market is gonna create a new high. But obviously what we do is that we scale in. So we're going to take in mind this level, this area region. So once the market gets around that area, we're going to look at it's going to happen. So this is going to be our first TP. So we're going to lock our trades once they get to this price point, price area, and then this is going to be our TP. So after this, we're going to anticipate that the market is going to go to this area. So we'll just keep on monitoring this one and check how it's going to move. And yeah, man. So once I saw this, let me just tell you how I saw my entry again. So my entry was, I saw the market came here, rejected, rejected. These are small rejections. So it came here again. It had a lot of indecision candlesticks. I always say indecision candlesticks. If you can check this candlestick, when these candlesticks when they happen at a certain area, they mean something. When they happen at a certain area, they confirm something. So once you see that we have so many rejections at this level, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 5 rejections for the first time, and then buyers tried to push up. So the sellers came back again. They couldn't break below this level. Again, we still had a what? We still had this doji, which is a rejection to this level again. After that doji, we had another doji. We had a hanging man or a hammer or whatever that you want to call it. And immediately after these two candlesticks, we had an engulfing candlestick. This is a maribuzu. This is a maribuzu. If you know your candlestick names, this is a maribuzu. And what it does is that it tells us about the momentum of the market. So this tells us that the buying momentum is kicked in. Now price is ready to move. That is when I then entered. So I entered right there after this candlestick. So my stop loss is below this area. I use what I call a charting stop, which meaning that I don't have a fixed peep stop loss. My stop loss, I put my stop loss in accordance with my analysis. So a charting stop is the one that I get on my chart. So if I have this low, that means when I enter at this price area, my stop loss has to be at a point where at an area where my trade gets invalidated. So that means that is a charting stop. I don't have a fixed pip stop. So I don't do 30 pips stop loss. I don't do 20 pips stop loss, 15 pips, 10 pips. I don't do that. The only thing that I do is that I look at my chart and look at an area where my entry or my analysis is going to be invalidated for that entry. So if I get a 30 pip stop loss, I'm gonna take it. If I get a 20 pip stop loss, then I'm gonna get it. So that is how I trade. That is how I put my stop loss. So if I were to enter right, if I had the opportunity to take my entry right here, then my stop loss would be below this, and then my TP would be up there. So that is how I trade. So this is GBPJPY. We'll keep on looking at it. And secondly, I want us to look at I'm gonna look at AUD/USD, which is a pair that I was looking at on my previous video. If you can check my previous video, now I see a very interesting movement on this pair. So if you can check from my previous video, I said if price happens to give me a retest from this area to this area, if it happens to give me a retest to this area, then I'm going to be looking for sales. I've been monitoring this price movement since yesterday, even today during the day I was monitoring it, and then I saw this movement. But because I understand how price moves and how the market makers think, so I knew as soon as I saw this drop, I was going to I was expecting a second drop. I just knew I was expecting a second drawdown. So I expected a pullback, which is the pullback which we are currently getting right now. If you can check this, how price is moving at the moment. So price is currently at this level to give us a re-entry. And if you can just check, oh my god, I don't know what's going on with my computer. Ooh, my days. Okay. Now, all right, there you go. There you go. Now we're able to get this pattern, a continuation pattern. This is a continuation pattern. I'm looking for the market to probably drop from here to this area right here. Because if you can look at this thing, the selling pressure is still there because we broke this key level, we're trading below it. We had to come back, retest it, and then now we're going to be looking for signs of rejection. And then all you have to do is just to look at the candlesticks right now. All you do is look at the candlesticks, what they tell you, and then after that you enter your position. Enter your position. Just like that. So this is how I anticipate you're going to be looking at the trade. So let's move to another pair. So if you can check 1 hour on this one, we had, so this is, you gotta have a impulse, correction, impulse. So we still have to cover all this channel all the way up until, yeah, all the way till this level right here. So I want us to move to another pair. I don't know which one. Okay, gold. I also have I saw something interesting happening at gold, happening to gold. So as I said, I'm gonna analyze and show you guys how I analyze. So this is what I do when I analyze. For me to see my levels clearer or anything, so I just go firstly on a daily chart. After I go on a daily chart, all I do is just I switch from a candlestick chart to a line chart. So why am I doing that? I'm doing this because on my line chart, I'm just gonna see these areas where the market has reversed multiple times. Very easy. So now because gold has been flying, skyrocketing, going up, we're gonna have this. We have this movement. So we've been creating new highs and whatever. So I'm just gonna go marking all the highs and lows that I see on this movement. So this is what I'm gonna do. This is what I'm gonna do. That's what I'm gonna do. I think I have to mark this one, okay. But this area I don't think it's relevant for now because I'm an intraday trader. I'm a day trader, so it's on a daily level. So what I do after that, okay, let me just switch back to my 4 hour, to my candlestick. So after this, I go down to 4 hours. 4 hours, that's where I'm going to look at my behavior and structure. So if you look at the direction on 1 hour, the direction is crazy. This movement is crazy, man. Yo, gold has been moving like crazy. Gold has been moving like crazy. I was actually showing my friend, and he actually caught a trade from what I was showing him. I remember yesterday I was having a conversation with him, and I was telling him about how crazy gold is and whatever. But story for another day. So this is what's happening now. So 4 hours direction uptrend, 4 hours. This is where I check my, and then I adjust my levels. As you can see, let me just, this is how I do. Then playground. So what I'm doing right now is just, I'm simply just marking my playground. What do I mean by a playground? These levels that I mark are very important levels, right? So like I said, you have to have a field where you're going to play. You have to have a playground where you're going to play. So a playground is just you simply analyzing. So what I'm doing right now is that I'm currently analyzing. So I'm just going to go ahead and delete these two. I'm just going to delete that one. And then I come here and then I mark this one. Where you see multiple touches, that is where your interest should be drawn to. So see that right there. So this is okay. That one I'll just leave it like that. Okay, now let me just go back to the line chart again. Alright, so now I can adjust this a little bit better and just put it right there. And this is just gonna be right there. So what I do here is that I adjust it, and also I'm gonna mark my intraday levels. So these are just gonna be those levels that are in between these key levels. Okay, I still have to mark this one. This is very simple. Once you understand the market movement and everything, how the market moves and whatever, then you're gonna go and understand everything that you need to understand. So once you see this, so what we see is that we have this low, that low, that low, that low. You just join them. So meaning we have an uptrend because we're having higher and higher lows. An uptrend. So, and also for sort of like, let me not say accuracy because nothing is accurate in the forex market when you analyze as a trader. So for sort of like, just to make sure you have your things, you clone this one and then you go ahead and take this one and then you go up there. Yeah, so this is what I currently have at the moment. This is the trend, as you can see. So let me just get these two touches. So this touch and that touch right there. So as you can see, so because I marked on my 4 hours. So now what I do is that I try to make a scenario out of this. So what I see now is that the market has been giving us higher highs and higher lows, higher highs and higher lows, higher highs and higher lows, and we are currently in a consolidation phase, as you can see, but the overall direction of this is an uptrend. So I see there is an uptrend. So what I know is that I'm supposed to be looking for sells at these levels, looking for sells at these levels whenever the market is no, not for sells, for buys, whenever the market comes to these lows, to these levels, I'm gonna be looking for buys, mostly because the market is uptrending. Until I see that this is a break of structure, then I'm gonna be looking for sells. So structure is going to be broken when we break this area right here. So meaning that whenever the market comes to this level, then I look for buys. Whenever the market comes to this level, I can look for possible sells, but I expect the market to break and make a new high. So most probably I can tell now that the market gold is gonna buy, probably gonna buy. Most probably I can say gold is gonna buy now, because looking at this, remember we look at 4 hours for structure and the market behavior. You can see that we have an uptrend. So after that, I go to 1 hour. I look for the current market behavior. What is the market currently doing? Once how I trade is that I just wait for the market to get to these levels, and once it gets to these levels, that is when I then look for entries. So if I can just come here, just mark my intraday levels. I'm sorry, I didn't mark that level. I just realized now that I've been talking too much and I didn't mark this level. But yeah, as you can check, we're coming right now. Now you can see that the market is shown. Oof. So my friend says he caught a buy right here. I think, yeah, right here. Wow, this is a nice movement on gold. It was nice for a buy. Wow. Now we had a break of structure. Ooh, wow. This is nice. Eh? This is nice. This is nice. Didn't even retest back to this level to give people a chance to enter again this market. So now what's gonna happen is that we're just gonna wait and see what the market is gonna do once it gets to this level. So already, if you see that this is where we were gonna catch our buys at this low, this is where we were gonna catch our buy. So this is where we were gonna catch our buy and go all the way up there. Wow, it's a nice one to. I'm sure you can even go to 1 to 3 on gold. Wow, 1 to 3 on gold. Imagine that. Imagine that. This is some movement right there. Wow. So yeah, this now what we wait to see is what the market is going to do once it gets to this area. So obviously, but if it breaks above, we're going to wait for a break above, and then once it retest comes back to this area, that's when we're going to look for our buys again. So but then we will see how the market is going to move. We'll see. So I think it's going to keep on buying since gold has been making highs like crazy. So wow, this is a nice movement right there. This is a nice movement. It's a nice movement. So the only way we can look for sells is when we break this area right here. Once this level is broken, then we can be looking for sells. We can be looking for sells. We'll be looking for sells. But we'll see how this one is gonna move. We'll see how that one is gonna move. Whew, sorry, my phone rang. I had to answer it. So as I was saying that we can only sell once we break below these levels. And what I'm looking for right now is that if the market can come back to this level again, we can be looking to enter buys again. So we'll see. And then if it breaks above, and then we look for buys. We look for buys. So this is what I see in gold. And it's been moving nice, eh? It's been moving nice. So again, I want us to look at GBP Yeah, so GBP was also another pair of interest. So again, I'm going to go through the same method of analyzing. You see, I go on a daily chart, I switch to a line chart. I switch from a candlestick chart to a line chart. Now I can see where my levels are. I can see clearly where my levels are. And I just go ahead and mark those levels. 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 Yeah, I think now we cool for now. I think we're cool for now, and then I'm just gonna take this one and make it one huge area. Just gonna make it one huge area. Just go ahead and delete that. And yeah, so wow. Yeah, so I'm just gonna make that one huge area just like that. I don't know if I can say this was a fake out because I can see that the market has had multiple touches at this area. So what I'll do is that I'll just take this, okay, make it my level. This one right here will be another high of interest. Also this level right here, I gotta mark it like this. I have to mark it like this. Mark, 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 mark. So alright, so from here now I'm gonna go to a 4-hour chart. But before I do that, let me just mark this one again. Nearly left that. Nearly left it. It's very important. It's a very important area, that one. So you can see clearly that the market is going up. There's an uptrend, but currently we are in a consolidation phase, as you can see. So the market went from here to this, now consolidating. So I'm still looking for rejections at this area, because as you can check, the market has been rejecting this area for a long time. So it's been rejecting since last year December. So it's a very strong area. So it's most unlikely to be broken that easily. It will take something big to break below that. So since it couldn't even break during fundamentals, this heavy fundamentals we've been having this week, I don't think it's gonna break. Right. So yeah, now I've marked my playground, and then let's go to 4 hours. And then on a 4 hour, I switch back to my line chart because I wanna be able to adjust properly and mark my levels properly. So what I see is that I have this level right here. So once I mark this level, I'm just going to go ahead and get rid of this and go back to my 4 hours. Now we're going to look at a structure, market structure and behavior. So what you see now is that I can see how the market is moving now. The market has been moving. Okay, so now this very interesting. Very interesting. This is a downtrend. So just gonna go ahead and clone that. Just put it just down below. Yeah, right here. So what I see, I can clearly tell that the market is rejecting this level. So it's a clear buy for now. Strong buy. strong buy for now. Because remember, in a consolidation phase, the market is consolidating between these two levels. You buy this, you buy the at the support level and you sell at the resistance level. Now we currently at a support level. This is where we look for buys. So I can see that the market, wow, okay, that rejection, they should have been during fundamentals, this move. Yeah, that was yesterday during, yeah, that was yesterday, CPI. Yeah. And it's moving similar to AUD USD if you can check this movement. It's very similar to the AUD movement, AUD USD movement. Ah, fuck. Why did I swear? Oh my god. You look now, the market is most probably to reverse very impulsively so. Because you see the way it approached this area and still could not break. It means this level is strong. It's very strong. First rejection, second rejection, and also giving us a sort of like a level again. Let me just giving us something like that. So now you can tell, you can see that once price is here, you're going to be looking for buys. But because this is a downtrend, only look for short-term buys. Only look for short-term buys. This is the only area you can have your TP at. Your stop loss. So you're going to be getting these 1 to 2 risk to reward ratios. Very nice. Very nice. Once it gets here, you look for sells. The only way you can look for long-term buys is when the market breaks out of this area and continues, come back to retest this area and goes up. So for now, we can still wait, but I can see that GBP USD is building up for buys. It's building up for buys. So I'll check this and keep you guys updated and posted. I have another one that I need to look at, which is GBP AUD. I think yeah, GBP AUD. Let me just look at GBP AUD. This is the last pair I'm going to look at. So, and guys, please follow me. Please follow me. Subscribe on YouTube. So I'm gonna upload this video on YouTube and Rumble. So if you are watching on Rumble, please follow me. If you're watching on YouTube, please subscribe and like the video and tell me where I need to work on as I trade. So I also need you guys to help me because I'm trying to better my skills as a trader. So this is the purpose of me doing this whole thing, to also be a better trader. So now let's look at this one. So I said this is going to be the last pair that we look at. Last pair. So what you do is that you switch, you just check your levels. Ooh. Let me just first do this. See something is going on there. Just gonna go ahead and this one I'm just gonna mark it straight away and make it in a level because I can see already what's happening up there. And this is having a similar movement to GBP AUD if you can check. GBP USD. So I'm gonna go ahead and mark this area right here. So this I'm just gonna take it and make it with this one. So this also gonna be an area, but let me take, okay, I'll just make this an area 2, so just go ahead and delete that. This also has to be some sort of like an area, I know. Okay, so let's go to candlesticks for me to be able to. Alright, so yeah, I think everything's proper. I think everything is proper. So clear as day, direction of the market, uptrend. As you can see, the market has been going up. So impulse, now the market has been moving in sort of like a consolidation manner. So let's go to 4 hours because we've marked all the levels. Let me just go ahead and cater for that one. So now we've marked all the levels. What we need to do is scroll down to 4 hours. This is the beauty of top-down analysis. Top-down analysis is very straightforward. It gives you probable setup, high probability setup. So if you check here, now this level also has to be adjusted. So I need to work with the current price. I don't deal with old price too much. So whenever I get some sort of like a contradiction, I take the current one. So take the current price. Always work with the current price. Okay, so work with the current price. Okay, so now we are an area of interest, and I can see the movement is very interesting. This push is a very interesting push. Yeah, let's go ahead and mark our intraday levels. Go to 4 hours again. Mark my intraday levels. Right there. Yeah, just I'm gonna take this one, Richard, because I see something right. Yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and take this one. Richard, I'm just gonna put this out there a little bit. So, what is the structure that we are looking at currently? How is the market currently moving? Current structure and behavior. So look at the overall structure and behavior and the overall behavior, not current, overall. So I'm sorry. So the overall behavior of this market, you can just look if you wanna just connect many touches. This is the first touch, second touch. So we have a valid resistance there. You can tell the market is moving in a downtrend. Your two touches right there. So yeah. So this is how we have our channel. Remember, we have a downtrending channel right now. So this is an overall market structure and overall behavior. So the market has been giving us some sort of like a lows, higher low, lower high, lower low, lower high. So it's kind of looking for the market to continue selling at the moment. But I can see there's a trend. So if you know what trends and trends are, this is what we call trends in trends. It's a trend that is inside another trend. So since now, because I can see this, I'm just gonna go ahead and delete this one because I don't want too much noise. I want to work with a clean chart, a chart that is clean. So I just see that currently we have this. So the key to understanding these charts is to have them as clean as possible, and the key to understanding price action is to read pure price action. Look at the charts. Look at what price is telling you. Don't try to look at indicators and whatever. Look at the chart. Then you're gonna get better entries and get better understanding of the forex, the market move. So here I can see that we have this. We have this. Okay, so currently we broke below this area, but we couldn't break below this one. And also we broke. Okay, let me just try to adjust because I can see that I have something contradicting. Okay. I need you guys to comment and tell me how my analysis are. If there's somebody who knows how to trade, somebody who makes real money in trading, just hit me up, man. Just in the comments and tell me where I've gone wrong. So I'll try to put my socials again, my Twitter social, on in the comment section or wherever, so that you guys can follow me and whatever, and walk on the journey with me. So this is what I do now. I'm looking. The only way I can be able to trade this is because I can see that right now the market is trying to be tricky. So if you look at this, now we've had a break of structure, right? We've had a break of structure. Now, once you have this, then this has to be a buy, right? But because I can see that we failed to break above this level, I'm skeptical about the movement. However, what I see here now is that I see a buy. I see a buy because this just a breakout retest formation. If you can check, if you check this properly, you'll see it's a breakout retest. So there's a high probability of buys. So after you do this, you look at our current market structure and behavior. We can see that the market is giving us a very huge push, a big impulsive movement going to this area. Now it looks like we rejected this area again, but we still haven't broken below this area. Now we still haven't broken below this area. So here now, if we get a rejection, some sort of like a rejection at this area, you can be looking for your buys right there. But if it doesn't give you any sort of like a confirmation, you don't enter. But then if you get a candlestick that looks like this, an engulfing candlesticks like this, a bullish engulfing candlestick, then just enter, get your buys, get your buys, get your buys, put your buy positions and wherever the close of that engulfing candlestick, and then the low will be wherever the last low, your stop loss will be below the last low. So, but let's not try not to lead the market and just follow. But this is what I see. I'm just gonna keep on monitoring this one. So this is what I see, but I don't know what you guys see. You guys can tell me what you guys see. You can tell me what you see, and yeah, man, this is all I have. This is how I see the market. So you guys can tell me how you see the market also. You can show me your analysis, show me the pictures and whatever, and see how you guys analyze. So this is how this one is moving currently. So it's moving very nice. Actually, it's moving very nice. So I'm just gonna go to AUD USD. So we're gonna get a rejection. I see the market is sort of like reacting to that area, so that's good, that's great. So gold is skyrocketing, man. Gold is going up. Gold is gonna break this level. Ooh, gold is moving. So GU Still on that short-term buys. Still on that short-term buys. But we'll see how it's gonna move. We'll see how it's gonna move. Yeah, so I also have derivatives. I also look at derivatives. So